What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are going to be talking about Weapon X versus Heroes for a Hire. We're doing quite a bit of testing on the playtest server today, and I have to say, it is a very reliable counter. You guys are looking at this saying it's a 50k punch out. It's the only Heroes for Hire team I can find right now, but I'm going to walk you guys through this. You can do this team despite on full auto, but I don't think you're going to be able to do massive punch-ups against this team like you could with Infinity Watch against the original Heroes for Hire, where, if you remember, you could do like 300k punch-ups. And the reason is that right there. That is going to be a big problem. We're going to talk about this, how to avoid this ability block, because that ability block on Omega Red can make this a lot more challenging. But yeah, between like high power Shang-Chi's and Calling Wings and this ability block with Misty, there are some traps that you need to avoid with Weapon X against Heroes for Hire, and why I don't think you're going to be able to do those massive punch-ups, because while you are able to heal back quite a bit, you're still going to have this problem where Calling's going to be assisting a lot, and you're really going to have a hard time getting through them. Punch across should be no problem. Probably 50, 100k punch-ups should not be a problem. 200 to 300k punch-ups, I think, are going to be a big struggle for this team. But we're going to break down all that right now in today's video. If you guys do find this video helpful at all, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. We are really rolling in the subscribers now. Let's keep that train rolling. And without further ado, let's talk about what our big problems are with this. So let's start with Misty here. Misty, the big problem with her on war defense is going to be this. Misty is like the most challenging character to deal with for Weapon X because of this ultimate, because it applies ability block and disrupted. The disrupt's not that much of a problem. The ability block is a big problem because on war defense, targets the highest health character on your team instead of the primary target, ignoring taunt and stealth. Big problem with this is that of Weapon X, you have three characters on Weapon X who are kind of in a three-way tie in terms of who has the most health between Omega Red, Silver Samurai, and Sabretooth. And the other day, I put out a team building guide for Weapon X, and I said your red star priorities need to be Deathstrike and Silver Samurai. And I'm going to stand by that 100% because of what we're finding in the testing. High red star Silver Samurai, very high built Silver Samurai, means that Misty is going to target him with that ability block. And if it gets put on Silver Samurai, he's just going to remove it because that's what he does. His passive allows him to automatically cleanse negative effects from himself. Look at that little bug there with Misty Knight's passive. But yeah, this will allow him to clear negative effects from himself, remove one charge for each negative effect. And in the long run, it will hurt significantly the damage that he's going to put on this ultimate. But this ultimate's not a big deal. You have plenty of damage on your team already with Weapon X, so having the full stacks of charge for the ultimate is not a big deal. Plus, you may actually find some help in putting his special out first, because that gives barrier and defense up to Weapon X. That's really going to help, especially with Colleen kind of going off a lot. But also, one other thing here is going to be the special with Omega Red. So this attack can't be blocked. I've actually found in Punch Across that this can be resisted. I actually got footage of this being resisted against Misty Knight, and that was a big problem. I've got a video clip of that to show you guys as well. But yeah, that's why you want high red stars on Silver Samurai. You need him to be high red so that he eats that ability block, because you need this ultimate from Omega Red to go off on that second turn. This Tentacle Onslaught, because it flips all positive effects, applies trauma, and I believe it also applies heal block and slow to all enemies. So this is a very important ultimate, and if he gets ability block from Misty, you are going to be in big trouble. This is a big thing to watch out for, and I'm going to show you guys in this footage that we do get ability block, and I throw this on full auto. I'm still able to win. Keep in mind, this is a 50k punch down, so this shouldn't be that much of a problem anyways. If we were struggling on a 50k punch down, that would probably be a red flag, but you're going to see how much that ability block on Omega Red here. At first, it's not looking like it's going to be too much of a problem, but when you go and look at footage where I don't have ability block on Omega Red and you see the difference, you're going to see for yourself why this is so important. So I don't know what else to say at this point. This is definitely something to keep in mind. Also, if you guys are looking for teams that can defeat Weapon X on defense, I've got a video of that coming in the morning. There is a team that can very easily one-shot Weapon X on defense. We're going to talk about that in the morning, so keep an eye out for that. I did show Tana. I'm feeling Tana's going to beat me to it because I showed him how to do it. So, Hopefully, Tana doesn't steal too much of my thunder with that one. We'll see what happens, but there you go. Look at that. There, we got that ultimate off. Flips everything, right? And you can see at this point, we're doing pretty good. We did lose. We lost Lady Deathstrike there, and that's why I wanted to have Wolverine with the lowest red stars and the lowest gear priority on your team, because I can afford to lose Wolverine a lot more than I can afford to lose Lady Deathstrike. And again, this is why those big punch-ups I don't think are going to work, because a weak Lady Deathstrike is going to get killed pretty easily. There's a lot of unavoidable attacks. You can see, full auto, we kill us in about a minute and a half, almost an hour and a half. So not bad, right? I mean, that's nothing too crazy. But here, we've got this fight where I'm actually going to put ability block on Misty. So I put ability block on Misty, and then I'm able to get the ultimate off really quickly with a Mega Red. Remember, a Mega Red gains something like 50 or 60% speed bar at the start of a fight. He's going to go first before everybody except Luke Cage. So that is not a big problem. Also, this too, the ultimate with Sabretooth, if you knock someone below 50% health with that ultimate from Sabretooth, even though it puts Disrupt on Luke Cage, you're still going to have this problem where it's going to put Taunt on him, and then you have to kind of chew through it. But you can still use the ultimate from a Mega Red to flip that. There's a bunch of bleeds flying around. You can see how much damage I'm taking right now, and see why having to go for Misty is such a problem, because then Shang-Chi can go off, and look how low health my team is right now. Now, it all changes here in like a split second. We have Trauma out now. We were eating up charges on characters. I'm going to go back and forth here and just use the ultimate from Lady Deathstrike, like knock everybody off. We're going to do one hit on Colleen that kills her and brings her right back. So didn't eat up the charges like we wanted to, but now we got the ability block on Sabretooth. But yeah, you guys can see how close that was on health. This is why I don't think those big punch-ups are gonna be possible with this team. I'm sure someone's gonna prove me wrong with it, which would be great. But I also kind of feel a little happy in knowing that I'm not gonna watch Heroes for Hire get destroyed in these big punch-ups. But yeah, look at this. See. This is still a struggle. You see how close this is gonna be. But yeah, I ended it there. But yeah, see, that is the big problem. And that's why Misty putting ability block on Omega, if you have to ability block Misty and you can't ability block Shang-Chi, yeah, that was a lot closer than it should have been. So that is the big problem. And let me see if I can throw up the footage of, just so you guys can see it for yourself. Yeah, we're going to show it here in a second. We try to use a special from Omega Red on Misty, and watch what happens. Oh, look at that. It got resisted. So, she then pops off her... There you go. So, yeah, this is a problem. This is going to be a very delicate balance about who you have geared up, who's going to be the most, who you want to push the gear on. Obviously, you do want to go for high gear on Omega Red. You need at least tier 14 on Omega Red for those high-powered Heroes for Hire teams, because you need that boost in focus that you get from tier 14, because you got to make sure that you can avoid things like this. Like this. You want to avoid this. I don't know why I pointed at the camera a second ago. But yeah, that is stuff you want to avoid. That is going to really hurt you in the long run. But like I showed you guys already, we can put this on full auto and it's not a problem. Like, well, I'll go back and show you guys again. Throw this on full auto and we clear it. I do lose some characters in the process, but yeah, it's one of those things where, yeah, it's nice. So yeah, you can see here, I'm going for Shang-Chi, and with that trauma and the heal block on him, he can't remove it. And every time he takes damage while he's got trauma on, it eats up a stack of charge. So in no time at all, you're going to chew through all those stacks of charge on him, and then he's really not going to do much. But if I had ability block here, if I didn't have the ability block on Omega, I could have flipped it and basically just run to town on this team and just murdered them. But even so, it's still impressive to see that this team can do it on full auto. That was going to be a question, and I think we have properly answered that here. You will be able to indeed full auto Heroes for Hire with Weapon X. So, I mean, there's not really much else to cover at this point. We've talked about it. I've stressed it enough. Make sure, be careful with your red stars on Omega Red. If you have low stars on Silver Samurai or Sabretooth, you really need to be careful with your red stars on Omega Red. That's going to be a big issue. But let me know down below if you guys have any questions about this, because I have a feeling some people are going to have questions about how this all properly works. If you guys are worried about this, let me know what you guys think about this as well. It's nice to see a team that can easily one-shot. I mean, there are still going to be problems, but this team can really chew through Heroes for Hire in no time at all. And keep in mind, everybody on my team is at 4 red, 4 yellow, T4s on everybody, tier 15. So everybody is equal across the board. For some reason, though, I still have more power on my team. I think maybe there may be some characters on the enemy team who are missing some stars. The playtest servers are really wonky with this. But let me know down below, what do you guys think about this? You guys enjoy this video? Do you guys have any questions about this fight overall? Let me know down below. But as always, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.